Hello, everyone. As you know, we primarily grew up in the 90s, so we grew up with, Save the Planet, a lot of PBS. Captain Planet was a huge thing for us, but over the years, except for VHS, Captain Planet is hard to find. And there's a certain set we've been looking for a long time. I'll let Amanda tell you a story. She found something super exciting at the thrift store the other day.
So I was working, and on Wednesdays, one of the thrift stores that we go to, I go to, you don't like to go to it, but it has a half price day.
Yeah.
So after I finished regular work, I went to the thrift store. Normally we just, at least I never find DVDs there. I pretty much only find books.
Yeah, I occasionally find DVDs, but we should explain that half price day is the only day that's worth going.
Yeah, it's
the
very
prices
expensive.
are too high otherwise, yeah.
But I was looking, I went in the kids' book section, found a couple things, nothing great. And I found some in the adult section, nothing great. It was all for resale. None of it was for us.
Yeah.
It wasn't, nothing exciting. Went back to the kids' section just because I usually look back over it real quick before we leave. And I saw out of the corner of my eye, I saw this face. And my heart stopped. And there was a lady, in my personal space right next to me.
Well, and you thought, again, because it says in kids' books, you thought,
I thought
it was a book at first, but still.
And I was excited about the book.
Captain Planet still, they'll find a lot.
And so I picked it up and I was, what is this? It was flat. It's so flat.
And it's very flimsy material because say in very Captain Planet fashion, it's made from 100% recycled materials, and it's very, very paper-like feeling and thin and kind of flimsy.
It was like this. So the actual cover was inside. So this place tapes everything shut because they're horrible people. So I'm shaking, trying to get the tape off. I'm like, oh my gosh. And unfortunately it is missing one disc.
But we'll eventually find loose disc 3. It doesn't matter.
I was like,
disc collection.
I've never seen Captain Planet on DVD. I don't know. I didn't know anything about how...
Amanda didn't realize. She was excited because it's Captain Planet.
I was very excited.
She didn't have the added excitement of why.
Because the only thing I've seen Captain Planet since the 90s was a LaserDisc.
Yes, my very rare LaserDisc of one of the Captain Planet two-parters. It's one of the two-parters from Season 1. But yes, which I was over the moon excited for.
That's literally the only Captain Planet I've seen since the 90s.
Yeah, outside VHS, it's hard to find. With the exception of, I do have to mention, I think it's Australia, got a box set of Captain Planet. But outside, in North America, the Captain Planet is virtually disappeared.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But I was like, you know what? I don't care if it's missing a disc. I get to see Captain Planet again. If he doesn't want it, that's fine. Until we get a full one. I'll be happy with this.
Yeah.
So when he came home from work, I started by saying, it's not complete.
Yeah, it's missing one disc out of 4. Out of 4.
But I don't care. And Stefan freaked out.
Lost my mind. Because since Captain Planet, for some reason, it was a huge thing. Because growing up in the 90s was very big. 80s started the elementary school, middle school age of the war on drugs and the DARE program. That continued through into the 90s. And 90s had this resurgence of Earth Day, Care for the Planet, it was all, and Captain Planet was just so perfectly encapsulated in that
and
mindset.
And it was Star Trek people.
And it was, so many Star Trek people.
Guinan was in it.
LeVar Burton's in there. I mean, it was just so 90s, and it was a huge hit. It was one of those things, and it's weirdly just kind of vanished. I said, outside of VHS and that one, Region 4 box set, it's just kind of gone. And there's one LaserDisc that is super hard to find. I mean...
That you just stumbled upon randomly.
It's randomly stumbled upon. Collectors have been collecting for 40 years, said, I've never seen that before. It's just a weird, rare thing. This box set is all we got. Season 1 on DVD, released by Shout Factory in this, special, very flimsy, material, recycled and great. But this is all that we ever got on DVD to this point in North America. And it doesn't seem like there's any plans to re-release anything for it. It's just kind of gone. So this, used copies, this is one of those things on the list that was someday we're just going to have to bite the bullet and grab it because, we're not going to find it. Used copies of this go for $100 plus all the time on eBay. I look at auctions for them all the time.
Did not know that.
Sometimes I'll bid if they start really low just to see, but they go for $100 a piece, brand new sealed ones, $300-$400 sometimes. It's hard to find. And I was blown away. It's and someday we'll find a loose disc, because a lot of times when things are that expensive and the packaging,
piecemeal.
the packaging is not very durable, so we're gonna get a case for it. But people piecemeal it and will buy the one missing disc because it's a 4-disc collection, and we're missing disc 3, I think it is. Yes, 3. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah,
disc 1 and 2, but who cares? And like, I made a search to see that a disc was there somehow, somewhere. I went the next day and looked, and it's definitely gone. It definitely came to the store like missing a disc, but it's in good shape. Otherwise, just missing the one disc must have slipped out at some point. The previous owner, but
it's in really good shape, and
yeah, I can't believe it.
It's really clear. I thought it was going to be VHS quality,
Yeah,
but
'cause
it's
sometimes
the colors are vibrant.
Yeah,
and
sometimes
it's
these animated,
beautiful.
sometimes these animated shows that don't get a very wide release and they're not re-released or whatever. Sometimes their DVD version is like
Just
they didn't even go
crappy
back to
little.
the source. They just like put the VHS on DVD. Like a lot of times that happens, but it was actually really good picture quality. Put it up on the projector and things, fantastic. Because that's what they did with the Image Entertainment LaserDisc. Image Entertainment is usually not very good quality at LaserDisc to begin with, but they literally took the VHS cover even and just extended it by copying it a couple times on the side.
But
and
I
it's
think
VHS
the DVD,
quality.
the DVD one looks better.
It looks fantastic.
It looks
yeah.
better than the LaserDisc,
Yeah,
which
it's
is
really good.
awesome. But I was so excited.
yeah.
I was like shaking, and I ran away from that woman because she was like in my space looking
Yeah.
at what I was doing, and I think she thought I was stupid because I was so excited about this. But as a '90s kid, how could you not be?
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah,
love
I
it
still
so
love Captain
much.
Planet. It's so fun.
And the first one we watched had Jeff Goldblum in it. It was
Yeah.
just,
But yeah, Captain Planet
The
is
90s.
awesome. It'll always be awesome, and yeah, I'm just very excited that we were able to find this. That's such
Good
a random
find.
Yeah, but yeah, so that was a find that deserved its own video kind of thing.
Yes.
But yeah, so that's just fantastic